To begin where I begin, just me and you. You're the computer. First person never talks. Stick with me. Don't go away. It will be worth it. Maybe not for today, but if you take this as science fiction, if I can make this the most interesting, something that won't crack your head saying, I can't sit here anymore. I can't listen to this guy speak. The surroundings just don't fit for me to be entertained, for him to give me an arousal that'll keep me here. Why we tend to stay in certain places because of the arousal, because of the excitement. Something that keeps your body ticking, it's questioning, it's asking, it's giving. Without the excitement or the understanding is where does the excitement come from? What brings on the desire? I might not say these words properly. They might be out of order because that's who I am. I've never really learned properly. I'm going to tell you that. I did not learn growing up properly. I created my own system of learning, my own system of basically understanding, partaking in what all the world had to say, in the greatest of, smartest of all people, and then looking for reference in courtroom documents under judgment, and the definition comes out and is agreed upon, and calling it, let's go look up Google search. Let's go to Webster's definitions and dictionaries and thesauruses. Let's watch TV and not believe TV and said it can be with conjunction, junction. What's your function? Right. I have to put a black piece of tape. I thought I was doing real good until that person disappeared to disturb my mind. So I don't want to know how many people are here anymore. It's not good for me. I'm losing my train of thought. Losing my train of thought. I need one person here. That's it. One person so I can reflect, right? I don't even know where I am. Where does everything come from? Why do I do what I do? I have to do this all the time. And I was talking about excitement. I was talking about excitement, things that keep you excited. Why are we excited? What gives us that thrill? What does the thrill do to us? What is our body looking for that's in search by our mind that knows, our mind knows what our body wants? And it's that excitement, that what is it about 432? At what part? Where are we going from 432? Are we going down or are we going up? What is the level and balance of excitement? Because you know, if you get too much adrenaline, you know what'll happen to you. You'll get over adrenal exposure and then you'll be completely unbalanced. We need to fluctuate. Shh. There's a certain wave to us. We can't go like this. First of all, it would be like this, and it wouldn't just be like this. And I'm going to explain to you why. And it has to do with distance, speed, and time, and area space. See, by going just straight, we are using up this area space. Okay? If I was to go on an angle, I would use up that area space. So that is where we are going to begin. I am going to start from right down here, and I'm going to show you the greatest length of time and in the same amount, except for a little height. The I letter is height. And the H letter is distance. H and I, 89, 8 and 9, 17. So this is what happens. It starts from here, and it goes like this. Whoop. And every time I go around 360 degrees Fibonacci style, I have taken up how many days getting up to the furthest point, compared to what it would be like going up and down here compared to my width. My width is my distance, H. My height is my eye. Now we have to understand how also we were taught. We were taught about north, south, east, west for me. You might be sitting there and going like this, and everybody in the room be going, hey, Harry, it ain't going that way. So how many times, and what is actually happening? Imagine as I'm doing this, why am I doing this? Because there's a rod in the center of all of this. Yes, there's a rod. You're going around something. You're not going around nothing. Every area, space, and movement in the galactic that we live has life. Some sort of form of life or coming to life. Whether you eat it, whether the earth eats it, whether you grind it up, put it back into a mulch where it does its magic work in science and then becomes drywall. Or you swallow it. As you said, it was dead. It was cut out from the ground. It has no life. But you ate it because it was still, the word is fresh. So it is still fresh. So you ate it. FR coming together with do not fear. Do not fear. So you ate the fresh and then boom, look at that. Hey, Ma, I'm feeling much better. I had a salad. Yeah, feeling much better. And that dressing, that lemon vinegar, apple cider vinegar lemon, Ma, I don't know what you did. But Ma, oh my God, I'm vibrating. My whole body is shivering. It's got the excitement. It's got the chills. It wants to survive. It wants to move on. Now we have to understand the mental. How not to let things block you from going out and doing what you desire to do. What is stopping you? And you can't say it's the money. You can never say it's the money. The opportunity, if it is there, it is just you and what society and what you have gained from society in your mind and how you were brought up and how your parents were brought up and how their parents were brought up. And the further back you go, the more confusing it becomes. From growing hemp to making shirts from hemp and smoking hemp, and everything is hip up to 1960 something, when all of a sudden hemp is no good. This is no good. That's no longer no good. And it doesn't matter about the guy or the woman on the side of the street that's not eating. Watch your TV, because look what's happening in Africa. There's lots of them. Well, where did they start from? They started by the 1 and 2 in the street. Feed those in your street right now. You won't have what's in Africa. Don't just go to UNICEF and say, hey, I understand what's going on. I'm going to help you. But they got a whole country and government that was put in. They got a platform. If you're out there with a platform, follow the platform. If not, get out. You went in there for a platform. Did you follow the platform? Don't give me any interruptions. There's no such thing as interruptions unless your interruptions are well balanced. They must be well balanced, and we don't have to go with this in a fine-tooth comb. It's always the same. When you go to war, okay, they show in the movies, bring everybody back home. Bring everybody back home. But yet in World War II, okay, they gave up lives on a ship. They found out, okay, that ship was going to be blown up in World War II. I think it was World War II, right? Is that when the Edna machine came out? And one of the guys had a brother that was on that ship. He knew he was on the ship, and they read the code, and they were going to take out the ship, and they let them take out the ship. They let them take out the few to save the rest of the planet. So what's going on today that we can refer to World War II in reference? And I must always work in reference. I must be like a newscaster out here, just going this with this and this with this. You make the judgment. I'm not the one to make the judgment. I'm here telling you the story. Here are the pieces and parts. You put it together. There are more families broken apart today, true or false, because of what's going on and all the measures that have put back into the world. There have been more people that are going in, that are seeing psychiatrists and psychologists. There are more people taking Most likely, I'm just going to make in reference, question that, are people taking more pills today than before for their mental health? How will that mental health hurt them in the future? What is happening in the houses, in the families? And what is the percentage, the true percentage? Do you know the true percentage? How do you know? Have you watched every news or just what's on TV? Who owns the TV box? There's owners to the TV box and what goes on there. If I remember correctly, that's the CRTC. Who owns the CRTC? Who owns the CRTC? If the CRTC is owned by ABCD, who are these ABCDs in the governing bodies? And all the other. I don't want to go there. I was talking about space-time. So we're going to go by space-time. I want to talk about number 7. And one of the reasons I want to talk about 7, and one of the reasons I wanted to show you this flow, is because it also shows it in numbers. And I was just going through the numbers right now, and I'm just, it's okay. Just let me, and it's written actually to the right of you. 1 times 7, 2 times 7, 3 times 7, 4 times 7, 5 times 7. It's too bad you don't see it where it originally came from. I'm going to see if I can get this from where my original post is. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I know where I can get it. I can redo it because I still have it here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna redo it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna redo it here. Copy, paste, and now I'm going to let's see if I can do this. Oh, I didn't want it to come out that way. So anyways, I'm just going to show it to you. Do I have it here on paper? No, but I got this, and I'm going to show it to you in small form. Just 1 second. 0, 0, 0, right? There's another 0 in between here. That's the one that joins, the 1/4. Anyway, still want to get into there. Let me see. We didn't do this yesterday also. Got to go back over that. Okay, just hold on a second here. Just want to put a page to remind myself over here. I got to remember this page. Great, and then the page came out. Okay, so wow, it's in this book over here. Just give me a second. Oh, good, nobody's here. Okay, we're going to go over all these things after. Okay, I don't have it in here. And what it is over here. And it's 1 times 7, 2 times 7, 3 times 7, 4 times 7, 5 times 7, 6 times 7, 8 times 7, 9 times 7, and 10 times 7. Now, 10 times 7, okay, is okay, hold on. There's something missing here. Yes, this is it right here. This is the 10 times 7. Hold on a second. I have to show you this. I have to copy it. I'm going to put it right here. This should not have been where it is. Okay, this over here. And then I'm going to do something else here so you can see this. Hold on. And then I'm going to Okay, this is what it's supposed to look like, okay? 1 times 7, and this equals to 7, and this equals to 5, and this equals to 3, and this equals to 1, and this equals to 8, and this equals to 6, and this equals to 4, and this equals to 2, and this equals to, what does that equal to? It equals to 7. And the next one will equal to 5 as 77 Christ. The reason I wrote Earth's heart, I'm going to explain it to you, is that this one over here, okay, 10 times 7, okay, equals 70, okay, 10 plus 7 equals to 17, okay, plus 70 equals to 87. Minus 17 equals to 53. Remember I said electric company? So now we have to understand how electric company, see we did the positive and the negative, the two opposites of each other. We created the greatest distance between it. The reason I'm saying the greatest distance is if I say minus 3, I'm going to go here. If I say plus 3, I'm going to go here. The greatest distance is now 6. We have to follow the rules of the game. Are you on it or are you in between the two? If there's 2 bricks of cement, are you the cement or are you the bricks separated by the cement? There's a whole story going on in creation of anything. You know, you want to go back to the mortar? We can talk about the mortar. Because while you're writing this word, okay, that is the word. That is the word of love. That is, oh, that is the word. Okay, and it says it right here. And mortar, right? This is all not only the word, this is your ROM in your computer, and this is the gold, because in French, OR is gold, and it is the Christ 33, 11 by 3. We're going to do it basic. This is Mass. You can see we have Christmas already. And then you have the T, which is the crossover in gematria. We have the TR, which is the 38, which connects the electric company and the moon, because the numeric value of 38 goes along with club. Wouldn't you like to join the gold club? Gold club right in here. The gold club. Mort is death. .H. I'll tell you about that in a minute. E and A, anytime E and A comes together, since I started this project, you can do what you want. You can give me another reason. It is Mars and 1 and 5 coming together, 1 and 5 coming together. The 15th letter is O. And if it is O, the reverse of O, the reverse of O is L. These are the reverse. This is the female, and this is the E world. This is part of the E world. Why? Because 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3 and 2, 5. So it's BC creation. That's the letters talking, not me. So when you go to mortar, okay, this is the rat system. This is where it comes from, Saturn. That is the Saturn rat. Where do I get that from? S. T. Where's my stuff? S. No, I don't want T. S. U. N. A. T. R. Rat. Star rat. From the sun. The R indoctrinated between the 21st letter, U, and the 14th letter, N. 1/4 and 1/2. When you have 1/4 and 3/4, when you have 1/2, you have 1/2. So over here you have 25 and 3/4, and you have 75. If you want to look at it that way, over here you have 50-50. Here we have stung into the moon. I would have to rethink this because to me, this is the student. All zeros equal to 6. This is the way my game goes. And this is the mortar from the bricks and mortar. That's where I got that story from. So anyways, we're going to go down the line with 7s. Look what we did. It jumped from 2 over to 7 in one notch. 9 times 7 is, oh, I made a mistake somewhere. I made a mistake for 28, 35, 42, 56. The mistake is here. 6 times 7 is 42. 8 by 7 is 56. How in the world? No, something's wrong. Something is definitely something. Okay, let me see this. 7, 5, 1 times 7, 2 times 7, 3 by. Let me do it this way. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Once you get here, you have to make a magic mark because right here, 28 grams is 1 ounce, right? 28-day cycle of the moon. To the 21-day zodiac chicken. The zodiac chicken, everybody knows that this is a chicken's foot of peace. So it's a zodiac chicken. Somehow, I don't know how it's broken up. Should we have one chicken thing there and one chicken thing here, and here's the dividing of the chicken legs? I don't know. Anyways, 6 times 7 is 42. 8 by 7 is 56. 5 plus 6 is 7. 1 and 1 is 2. So I made it. 9 by 7 is 63. So yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, now it's working. I knew something had to be wrong. So it went down 2. It went down 2. It went down 2. Now it went up 7. Now it went down 2. Now it went down 4. Now it went up 7. Is there a mistake somewhere here? Please tell me there's a mistake. I never saw it like this before because I'm going to explain to you what I see in this. If I can, 4 by 7, 28. 2 and 8 is 1. 5 by 7, 35. 6 by 7, 42. 8 times 7 is 56. Please tell me my math is wrong. 9 by 7 is 63. 10 by 7 is 70. So down 2, down 2, down 2, up 7. Down 2, down 4, up 7, down 2, down 2, right? 13 by 7 equals to 91, and this will equal to 1. And then 14 by 7 equals, I'm going to do it on the other side because I got all these numbers here, equals to 98, and this will equal to 8. Okay, so there's a definite, we know there's a pattern in here, and it's really cool because it's a 4-7 pattern that's in here. And that 4-7 pattern, or 7 and 4 pattern, brings me the cycle of the moon. This is the cycle of Q for Earth. Why Q for Earth? Because remember I told you this story over here, 10 times 7. Well, what happens is the numeric value for Earth is 52. The mathematics of this, okay, of 52 equals to 5 times 2, 10, 5 plus 2, 7, and you add it, it comes here. If you minus it, it comes here. And the same thing was replicated. This has been replicated. And I'm going to tell you where, if you want to look, or I can look it for you and show you. Just give me a second. Show me the letters on my push-button telephone. Okay, so I'm going to go to this push-button telephone. Okay, and you can see clearly that there's nothing on the 1, and then it's, I'm not sure if you can see that. Can I make it clearer here? Yeah, okay, here. So you can see A, B, C, D, E, F. So this is 6. The total over here is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. The total over here, 7 plus 8 plus 9 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6. Total over here is 33. 3 and 3 is 6. The total over here is 42. 4 and 2 is 6. The total over here is 70. There is a change in this one. But in this one, there's something special that comes on, and I will show you that special thing that's coming on. Letters on an ATM machine. So you can see the letters on the ATM machine here. And okay, just 1 second. Okay. So I want to see if I can bring these as close together as possible. Hold on, let me move this way. I need to make sure I can see behind my camera. We've got 2 things here. Okay, and you can see on this one clearly that Q and Z are in number 1, Q and Z. And over here, right, you can see clearly that Q is on number 7 and Z is on number 9. So what happens over here? Okay, instead of having the value that I gave you of number 70, I take away the Q, which is the 17th letter, and now we're going to just put it over here on the 1 machine because the Q is gone. This value here is now 53. This value is 98. It is no longer 98. Okay, it is now 72. 7253. Instead of 70 and 98, do you understand the difference between that letter between, the number between, how we connect things according to operations? So this is now 53 and this is now 72. 7286 is now 7053. Upside down, doesn't matter. But anyways, this is the high creation. We just went over the value of this 9 and 8, the H and the I, the width and the height. We didn't do the diagonals because the diagonals are Z and N for the diagonals of H and I. And that's a total of 57, and it says Heinz 57. Do you know what the opposite of this Heinz 57? It's Mars 51. 3, 6. That's right. So anyways, we end up with 7 and 8. Here we end up with, we reduced to this and this. So first we were 70, so we were 7 and we were 8. Now we went over here, we become 8 and we become 9. Instead of 7 and 8, we're now 8 and 9. I would relate this to the game of pool now. Okay, so this is how this changes over here. Okay, so now the next thing what we're going to do, okay, is that the number 1 now gets the Q and the Z. So what is Q and Z? It is in the family of H, Q 17, Z 26. The total is 43 DC. When you bring this together, it says headquarters. 1 plus 7 equals 8. 2 plus 6 equals 8, equaling to Pegasus. Equaling to the domination of the last royal color that falls on the rainbow on top of your head. Purple. Purple is number 88. Pegasus is number 88. 43 is created by 7 by 7 by 7. What does division of 7 create? Well, I can tell you what it doesn't create in decimals. Okay, when you divide by 7, okay, let's take this 9 divided by 7. I'm just taking any number. Choose any number you want. You will never see a 3, 6, and 9, and there will be a rotation of 5, 8, 2, 7, 4, 1. This is going to be telling us some sort of position. I don't know where. You see, this one goes with 1, which means it's above 7, 1.5. The next one that's above 7 is 8 divided by 7 equals to, see, this is 9 divided by 7, 8 divided by 7, and then after that it becomes 0 point. It becomes 1, and then the 0 point. 7 divided by 7, and then 6 divided by 7. There's a story here. I don't know what the story is. I don't know if I'll ever be able to figure it out. I can tell you what this is doing. I can tell you what this is doing. I can tell you how to find each and every one of these numbers. Okay, maybe over time, if I can feed it into a system, maybe it'll read me back the story. This will tell me its position. Will it tell me its position here? Or will I be corrected? Will I stand corrected? And will it tell me the position here? The 1 dot is in the 5 position. That's the story that it tells me. So we're going to go back to number... so we didn't finish. So we now have 1 valued, okay, at 43. So the 1 gets a value of 7, okay, on the on this, and the 7 now gets a value of 8. The 1 didn't have a value before, where the 9 gets a value of 9, 7 and 2, 9. Electric company. And you know the 7th position is Uranus. The 3rd position is Earth. And this is where the heavens birth. It's a natural, according to Baccarat. 72, win a big red sun. And this is also a part of pi. And you have to understand that anything that falls after 8, this is where the black ball comes in. The black ball comes in. The stripes, okay, the stripes start at 9, okay, but after 9, it goes 1 through 6. There is no 7, and there is no 8. There is no 7, and there is no 8. When it comes to stripes, there is no 7, and there is no 8. Do you play pool? Understand, we stop at the 15 ball. When you count to a single digit, this is equated to 6. This is then 14 is equated to 5. The beginning of pi is 3.1415. 9265. We want to count somehow, for some reason, I don't know why, for some mysterious reason, I need to go backwards as well as forwards. Because by going backwards, okay, I am going backwards from the 8 ball. You see, the 7 is next to the 8 ball being the highest number, and the stripe ball being the 15 equated to the 6 is the furthest away from the 8 ball. I'm not quite sure what that means, but this is the reality of the game, and these are the numbers on the balls. Yes, so let me fill in the... Whoop, lost my pen. Let me fill in the rest of these numbers, okay? According to the calculator, we have 7, 6. I'm just trying to take a look at my mouse over here. We have 6. We have 7 here. We have 6 here. I'm counting it to a single digit. We have 6 here on number 3. Number 4. We have average of 888, so we have 6. Number 5, we have 6. MNO. Well, let me just hold on a second. I'll just move this over. What happened to my phone? Yeah, where is it? MNO. Count the letters, 42. So that'll be 6. Number 7, okay, has now been reverted to an 8. And right away you see the division of the house is between 6 and 8, right? These are all the 6s. This is the 8. This one over here will be 63. 20 and 21 is 41. 61, 63. So that's a 9. And what was the total over here is going to be a 9. So this is how the numbers are changed from the calculator to from where they were on the telephone. Okay, I'm going to show you. This one is the ATM. Sorry, this is the ATM, and this is the phone. Okay, and on the phone, there's nothing over here. This is number 1. Okay, number 2 will be 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Then over here, what was supposed to be 70, okay, is now 53. So it's going to be a 7. Over here, we get a 9. And here was supposed to be, is going to be an 8. So this is the difference. This box changed and this box changed. So on the phone, the gateway is Uranus to the heavens of birth in Neptune. The birth, your heaven is passed over here, where 7, 8, 9, you had your birth in 8. You came into the heavens at 9. Here you came into the heavens of 99. This is a reflection of Jupiter. This is 9 and 8 stand on 17. Here you stood on 17 without even making your 9 birth, your official birth. This is the ATM. This is the money machine. You start with 1 and you end with 9. I did want to show you something else that's hard, just to jump off the subject. 159 is the diagonal of this. So when you put 1, when you put 1, 9, or the 19th letter is S, it already looks like 195. So it's already a story that it's convinced me about. So anyways, this is what happens. Now, since what we're going to do is switch everything. What we're going to do in this one, right, is switch everything. Since this is position number 2, we're going to add 2 and give it an 8. This is my third diagram of how I create this. Position 1 got 1. This is number 2, add 2 is 8. This is number 3, add 3 is 9. This is number 4, put it back to 1. This is number 5, put it to 2. This is number 6, put it to 3. This is number 7, put it to 5. This is number 8, put it to 8. This is number 9, put it to 8. And that's what the reposition numbers create. In this recreation, there is no 4, 5, and 7. In each one of these, there's a different story to be told. So I'm going to just go over these and see what I get. Over here, I get the cycle to the moon. Here, I get another cycle to the moon. Here, I get the birth. Here, I get the birth and Earth. Over here, Earth and Mars and birth and the cycle are all in this corner right over here. 1, 2, 5, 8. Memory, everything is happening here. Recreation is happening over here. And I'd have to figure out how the rest of it. 1 times 1 is 2, 2 and 1 is 3. Anyways, okay, so we did that. I'm just, so we did this multiplication of 7. We noted that if you take a look, okay, we're reducing by 2 until we get to over here. And did we reduce by 2? Well, we skipped over, there is no 0. We skip over 9 and go to 8. We skip over 7, go to 6. But why are we skipping over 5, 4, and 3? We should be skipping over one number. So we know the center number of that is 4. The center number of these numbers is 4. Electric company, 12, 3. I have to figure that out, what it means. You see, here is where communication to the student comes in, between here and here. Why do I get that? Because this is multiplied to get 6 and 8. This is the division of the 7th gate. Okay, right over here. So on one side, you have the electric company. On the other side, you have the student. On one side, you have the cycle, okay, to the moon and man created by Jesus. And 147 is exactly what your calculator is showing you. And we can also state it that 1 could be 1 part of 4, which is 1/4. 1, 4, and 7, 4 parts of that 7. 7 1 month is February. 4 months of 30 days. 7 months of 31 days. It's the way I like to look at it. I like to work by 147, the leap year. 7 and 4 is also a pattern inside of this. 21 is when the chicken hatches. 14 is what this cube counts for. 14 around the belly. 14 around the belly. I'm trying to take out as much information out of all of this and share it to you. I'm not sure if you understand the Saturn part and the mortar. I never did anything to do with the brick. And funny about the brick that it starts with female and male in creation. This is a funny word, brick and mortar. This is the bear. Anyways, not going to get into that. I just want to continue on to where when 6 and 8 is also the division of the 7th gate, and 5 is a holder. You see, this is the reverse of 6. Okay, it's always included in 6, and 5. Where is it again? 5 is a holder of that dot. See 1 inside of 4. 5 is that holder. That's the heaven. It's holding that dot. It's holding the life of 6. That's what I see according to these two things here. 6 by 7 is 42. That is 6. I'm just trying to think. That is your 6. I'm just trying to think. Here is your 9. Here is your 6. Here is your 3. In between it, there is electric company to the cycle of the birth of the gateway. Just trying to think. 1 and 7. This here will create this. This will create your gateway. Maybe that's one of the reasons why the bank machine and the phone are different, because they had to create that gateway, and the gateway was through 1. Was through 1. Reversal of 6. I'm just questioning myself right now. I mean, if you're bored, you're bored, but 14 times 7 is the actual cube, because around this cube is 14, and 1 and 6 is 7. If you add 3 and 2 is 5, and 4 is 9, and 5 is 14. If you add 6 and 4 is 10, and 1 is 11, and 3 is 14. But the reality is just take two sides. Only count the two sides. 4 and 3 is 7, counted as 5. 2 and 5 is 7, counted as 5, because they're reflective dots. Okay, so count that as 10. And then count 6 and 1 as your 7. So that's your 10 and your 7. And that's your 10 and your 7, and how the numbers were separated. So it's telling the same story. Okay, 10 times 7 is when alpha omega starts over from the countdown. 10 all the way to 1 blast off. It's the same amount of time before you said, you see, if we're going to have the countdown, here's the countdown. That part before the countdown is the same thing as you saying blast off. Because you started the count, you hit the button. Because 1, did I say 0 blast off? Dan, mine, anyways. Yeah. So anyways, by doing this scenario this way, this becomes 6, this becomes 8, and it becomes the separation of the 7th gate. And the pattern is, I'm going to go to pattern from 1. The pattern from, I'm going to do the pattern down on this side. I'm going to try to see if I can get the pattern. The pattern would be -2, -2, -2, -2, plus 7, -2, -2, -4, plus 7, -2, -2, -2, -2, plus 7. So I'm going to try and see if I can do it away.
2 minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 7 minus 2 minus 4 plus 7 minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 plus 7. The total is 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals to 21. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 20 and 21, the total is 1. Just 1 7. Just one gateway, right? Just one gateway. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times x equals 20. 20 divided by 9 equals, times 9 equals. So it's 2.22. And so if I multiply plus, you know, at the end, plus 1, right? Plus 1 gateway. Okay, times 8, okay, equals 1776. So we have 21, and this one, 1776, and this one on the bottom would be 7. This would be 1 extra and 7. It just works out just so perfect for these numbers. And the son of Pluto works out to these two numbers. And if I add the first to the last, it equals to 777. So the number is just ironic how this whole thing works out, how all the numbers. And 14 is very special because the number 14, I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in this video. It's been 48 minutes. Number 14, maybe I'll do just this one little piece here. 3 solid, okay, and 11 stripes. They are the red ball. Red 27, ball 27. Red ball 24, 25, 27. So they are the reverse alphabet, totality of their word. Anytime I see a totality of its own word reversal, okay, I like to say that these are actually telling us a new story. They're letters, but they're words. In this scenario, because they hit number 27 or 54 or 81, right? If you hit 81, because the total of these words are all 81. And 3 times 27 equals 81 minus 27 equals 54. And that is a creation of 14. 1 times 4 equals 4. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. There's your 5 and your 4. So this is what is the truth about number 3. This is what happens with number 14, the true number that creates its own number 9. So if you want to understand that it's not a prime number because 3 times 3, but it's 3 times itself creating 9, here is a new way to create that number. And the only way to get 4 is when you have 2 2s. It's your only way. It comes in 2s. 1 comes in 1s, 2 comes in 2s. 1 comes in 1, 2 comes in 2s, right? It's that simple. And you know what's funny about some things in games, right? That if I did this, okay, here is going to be a solid. Here, it's going to be a solid. But here is an empty space. Or did I get that wrong? The empty space is a solid. These are the stripes. So I put this corner down here and this corner down here. Those are my stripes. And then the solid is in the center because there's nothing there. So I have to like put this in the center to occupy it. And maybe that's how it becomes my solid. I don't know. I'm just questioning. And one thing I like about the solid is where they use the words solid, you know. So 3 and 11, the value of 3, okay, is 56. If I take away the R, if I take away the H, it becomes TREE. Okay, this is 48. It is also by, cell, sun, Pluto. Okay, it will create area space and the gateway to 78 to Earth's heart. And the story is, this is the first letter, this is the 18th letter, this is the 5th letter, and this is the first letter. 1, 6, 24 equals 2, 25 area. This one, standard and poor, okay, ACE equals to 9, S equals to 19, P equals to 16, 35, and 9 equals to 44 space. The total of space is 8 and 7, 8 and 7, or in the fractional totality type of space of 69. 6 and 9, 15, 8 and 7, 15, and 56 equals to 71, the gateway, and 54 through the sun for creation in rotation of 69 through our beloved and loving creators who gave us that greatest division, Mars. Here is your 9. Here is your 6. And it is the percentage sign. At the same time, it is your percentage sign. And it is divided by 8. Divided by 8, the angle. So if it's divided by 8, let us create the division. Let us create that connection and that division. 77. The different ways of putting N and Z together. The understanding between the H and the I. But I don't want to get to that. Let's leave that out. So 11 values at 63. The 3 values at 56. The total is 911. The red ball in pool. The 3 and the 11. 3 and 2 beta creation. 3 times 11 is 33. 3 plus 11, 14 equals to 47. Time, Jesus, cross. Minus 14 equals to 19 equals to the spirit. Equals to when you're at the age of 13, you create the AC to the DC, creating the spirit of man. But 13 is man. 13 is also the letter B. The 2 world, the letter B. The letter R is 18. There was another connection in here that was going to solidify number 19. Oh, yes, I remember. Number 19 is through creation of where number 3 comes in, 56. So you have 5 times 6 equal, and don't forget, this will now equal to 3 and 2, and 3 times 2 equaling to 6, equaling to 5. And that is your 11 and 30. 6 times 5, 30. 6 plus 5 equals to 11. 11 minus the 30 is 19. 11 plus the 30 equals to 41. So we recreate this scenario over here. The 5 and 4 understanding of the 3-letter words. We recreate the number 19 to the creation of 6 and 5, which is creation by 3 times 11. 11 is 1 and 1 is 2. 3 times 2 will create the same numeric values. And it will recreate itself telling you this story. Now, I'm a little lost in it. I'm a little lost in it right now. 56 is the student. 41 is the birth, the DNA, the sun. This is full rotation. Why do I say full rotation of the plug-in? Is because when you go A, B equals C plus C, you've now mirrored it, right? Now that you've mirrored it, you have to, okay, and it totals up 6, you add 4D to it. Now that you've mirrored it, you add 4D, which is, like I said, first you have your B, now you put it on the other side, okay? And you add it together, equals to 10. 10, although it's the letter J, Pythagorean, it becomes the letter A. So it's A through D. When you add it, it had a total of 10. When you multiply it, it has a total of 24. The same equation can be created by 6 times 4, 6 plus 4, equaling to 24, equaling to 10, creating 34, and creating DC, which is the passage to the 7th gate. Once again, 6 and 1 is the reversal of your cube. So everything I talk about has already been created and destined right in our face, but we don't know what it is, right? In creation, I believe they had to put things right in your face. And if we're not smart enough, the game will keep going on until we change the game ourselves by recognizing things right in our face. Unless they have to share it with the world, right? If there's an incoming of information, if they don't share it with the world, there's going to be a backlog, there's going to be traffic, there's going to be interference, and the information coming from the outsource cannot come into the in-source. So they have to find all the circus ways to pass it on so it passes through us. And when it passes through us and we're not all sick, well, you can guess what? Okay, we believe. So that is the 3 and 11, which is March and November. We want to reverse that. The second month, February, and the third month, October, reverse it the other way. If we're coming in months, we're going to move back to we're going to go to the 11th month. Sorry, I'm going to go to the 11th month. That is November, or I'm going to go to the third month, which is March. Now I'm going to switch the whole thing because December, although it's the 12th month, 1 and 2 is 3. So March and December, they're the same. February and November, they're the same. That's the way I want to look at it. 11 and 2, that's the same. It just so happens that 11 is the number that is in between 20 and 2. But anyways, I don't want to get into that right now. What else did I prepare yesterday? I think maybe I'll leave it for the next video. I will say one thing, and I've said this before, the word DI, number 49, lundi, okay? I mean, it means to cancel. Annule in French means to cancel. And Tuesday is like March Day, and mercredi is telling another story. But I don't want to get into this right now. I think it's been long enough. I'm going to check for the comments. I've had things over my, nobody said anything. Well, that's okay. I did. I think that's enough. Please like and share and teach me something. Show me something so I can learn. Another thing about sevens that I didn't mention is that 1 and 7 will create its own story in the continuation of the mathematics, which I did not do, and it is the gateway. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 is 5 and 9. Oh, that is a perfect. That's right. 5 and 9, 14. Wow. Hold on a second. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 equals 9 equals to 14 equals to 23 and 0.5. Yeah, it's another number that creates itself perfect. Okay. You remember I said that number 14 creates itself perfect. It creates a perfect 9. Well, number 2 and 7 also create something perfect. They create 2 plus 7 equals 9. 2 times 7 equals 14. 1 and 4 equals to 5. They are the complete reversal on a cube. The same way as 1 times 4 equals 4. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Okay. The original 1 plus 4, 5, and the total of the equation, okay, equals 5 and 9 in the cube. Here's the missing 4 that goes along with the total. That's your 49. Now, that's very funny because I have a new equation and thought about that because 49 goes with green, 49 goes with Christ because its numbers create 49. In fact, the Christ numbers
7 times 7, right? I said 2 times 7. What about 7 times 7 equals 49? And then 7 plus 7, which is like 2 times 7, right? 7 plus 7 is just like 2 times 7, because and that equals 63, and that's for the word 11. 11 is for the student. 6 and 5, 11. Imagine 65, 56.
65 or 56, right? Which equals to 11, right? So you reduced 65, okay, minus 11 equals to 54. And you went 56, 11 minus 56 equals to 45, and you got the Fox. So you got the Fox sun pass. And where do you get it? 22 equals 0. You got where does this come from? 1 and 1 is 2, 5 and 6, 22 is for life. Where is life? It's usually 25 to life, but you need life at 22. 22 and 25 equals 47. And that is the cycle for life, time, Jesus on the cross, through the Sun and the Fox pass, because we are the students, 11 of Christ, the orphan children. And that's it. That's all she wrote, folks.
Change my story, say different. Let's discuss it, because it's up for grabs, because the truth is only what we believe. Thank you for watching this video. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Maybe we can end it with that.